Hey there guys, welcome back to the channel. Thanks so much for watching today, and I hope all of you guys have an amazing day today, and may the Force be with you as we are of course celebrating May the 4th, Star Wars Day, the time where all of us Star Wars fans can come out, celebrate our beloved space opera together, enjoy all these amazing characters, and of course for us here, that definitely means collecting a lot of different Star Wars Funko Pops. So today I thought we might as well take a look at some of my most expensive Star Wars Funko Pops that I have in the collection. Now last year for Star Wars Day we did look at the entire Star Wars collection. Now I've added a ton of new Star Wars Pops. I've also moved on from some as well. But I think now I have a lot more that are going to be expensive and some that have been climbing up in value. So I thought might as well share some of those off today. And I'll also go ahead and show off a couple of figures that I think have the opportunity to go up in value and potentially become grails or mini grails in the near future. And finally, I have a pop that just came in that I'm super excited. Perfect timing for Star Wars Day. Now before we get into all the Star Wars goodness, if you guys are new to the channel, you enjoy Funko content and Star Wars content, make sure you go down below, hit that subscribe button. You can also leave a like in this video as well. It does make a massive difference. And if you never want to miss a video, you can always hit that notification bell to be notified whenever we have new videos drop. And I also want to remind you guys that tomorrow, May the 5th at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, we're going to be having a huge Whatnot live auction. We're going to have a ton of Funko Pops, including Star Wars Pops from my own collection that I'm going to be auctioning off. So if you guys want to get on that Star Wars goodness, we also have Marvel, Disney, DC, animation, Freddy Funkos, even some sodas in there as well. So I'll leave the link to that in the description down below so you can check that out. Make sure you bookmark it so you do not miss the auction. There's going to be a ton of amazing figures going out tomorrow. Now let's get into it and start taking a look at some of the most expensive Star Wars Funko Pops that I have in my collection. And I made a top 5, but I did want to actually throw in a couple honorable mentions that were pretty close and a couple of my favorite pops I have in the collection, so I had to make sure I showed them off somewhere in this video. Now my first honorable mention today is one that's definitely one of my favorite pops. This one right here is Chopper from Star Wars Rebels. Now it's not just any Chopper, this is actually the error Chopper because it's actually supposed to say Chopper, but it just says Chop on the front. Definitely really cool pop. I was able to pick this up from the Comic Spot, a comic book shop that's local to me here. I think I got it early last year. Definitely was an amazing figure. I saw it and I did not realize they made an error version of it, so I definitely wanted to go ahead and pick it up. And since then I've been picking up little by little some of the Star Wars Rebels set. You'll see throughout the video here, but here's some of the other ones that they have on the back. And I think this one's definitely a super valuable one. And it shows as it's currently valued at $115. And then my second and final honorable mention, I always have to find a way to mention this pop right here whenever I'm talking about one of my favorites or most expensive ones. It is the original blue box, Jar Jar Binks, number 27, one of the older Star Wars figures. It actually came out all the way back in 2013. Absolutely crazy to think about that this thing is 10 years old, but it is still in really minty condition. We paid about $100 for it. It has definitely gone up a whole lot more since that, as it's currently valued at $145. Definitely think that's a pretty good deal for us, saving a little bit of money on this. And just look at this thing. I absolutely love the original one. Now with those honorable mentions out of the way, let's get into the true top 5 of my most expensive Star Wars Funko Pops. And starting at number 5, and I have no idea how this is not higher on the list, but I think it's definitely going to be a lot higher next year. This is the New York Comic Con exclusive Anakin Skywalker with 2 lightsabers from Star Wars Attack of the Clones. This pop right here, guys, absolutely one of my favorites. When they announced it for New York Comic Con last year, I was super excited about it, and the fact we were actually able to go and get the con sticker for it was amazing. This thing is super sick, the way he has the 2 lightsabers and also has the Padawan tail in his hair. This thing is just definitely one of my favorites, and it's currently valued at $185. Now speaking of con pops, one of the conventions we were able to go to in 2022 was Star Wars Celebration. Absolutely an amazing experience. Definitely want to do it again, and we're hoping maybe we can go to Japan in 2025. But we did pick up a couple pops that actually ended up landing on our top 5 most expensive Star Wars Funko Pop list. And at number 4 on our list is the Star Wars Celebration exclusive that you can only get at the Star Wars Celebration store. This is the Diamond Edition Grogu. Now this Grogu is a limited piece of 5,000 pieces, so it was pretty rare to get. You can only get at the convention, so of course it's going to be a pretty sought after figure, and everyone loves Grogu, so a lot of people went after this one. Fortunately, it's kind of like an older mold of Grogu, kind of more of like the child, but they updated it, changed the name, and then just put some diamond on it. So not the most imaginative figure, but definitely a pretty cool one, and it's crazy how much this is worth. This one is currently worth $210. And then another pop that we picked up at Star Wars Celebration 2022, it lands on number 3 on our list. And this one is actually one you had to get a bag and pop bundle from Loungefly. Luckily, we were able to pick up one of these, and this one is the Diamond Edition R2-D2. Now this one was limited as well. This one was limited to, it doesn't say on here, but I want to say it was either 2,000 or 5,000, something like that. This one was a limited piece. Really do enjoy this pop. One of my favorite Star Wars pops in the collection. I just think it looks so clean with the way that they did the diamond. And this one right here is going to be valued at $220. And these numbers are getting pretty crazy, going higher and higher in terms of the amount of value. But this next one is actually worth the same as number 3, but I wanted to put it at number 2 just because I prefer it. I make the rules, right? So this one actually do not have it in box. I have the box though. Do not sweat, you inbox collectors, but this is one of the few pieces I actually keep out of box because I want to see all of the details. This is the duel on Mustafar from Revenge of the Sith with Obi-Wan and Anakin Skywalker. Absolutely amazing. You have them on the barge. They are floating down the kind of lava river there as they're fighting. Absolutely amazing as they're on that platform. I really dig this pop a lot. Even has the Star Wars logo in the front. This one I actually picked up at another comic book shop that is close by to us as well, called Nerd Culture. I traded a bunch of pops, and I was lucky enough to walk away with this. And like I said, it's also going to be worth $220, but I think it deserves to be way more expensive. This was an exclusive to the Star Wars Smuggler Bounty Box a few years ago. I want to say it was 2018, so it's a very, very hard one to find. Value has fluctuated over the past couple years, but it's definitely one worth keeping in the collection if you can grab it. Now, between number 2 and number 1, we're taking a huge jump, and it's not necessarily just a straight Star Wars character. It is actually a Freddy Funko, which might be cheating, but I'm still going to count it as my number 1 most expensive Star Wars Funko Pop because it does say Star Wars on the box here. This is Freddy Funko as Darth Maul, the glow-in-the-dark edition from the Funko Fun Days 2022 box. This was the absolutely biggest pull that you can grab from the Fun Days boxes, and we somehow got lucky and pulled this guy right here. I never had a pull like that before, so the fact we were able to get this thing right here, plus it glows in the dark, which is even cooler. It's kind of like his body and his eyes and his lightsaber a little bit glow, but definitely an amazing figure. Now this thing right here, being super limited, hard to get, only 2,000 pieces as you can see there. This thing is actually worth $430, so almost double what the number 2 costs. And I've actually seen this go for a whole lot more than that, upwards of $500, $600, maybe $700 early on. I'm sure the market has tempered out a little bit, but I would not be surprised if I saw this sell for over $500 today. But of course, I'm not selling this. Don't worry, it's not going in the Whatnot auction tomorrow. This is staying in my collection. But there we have it, guys. There's some of our most expensive Star Wars Funko Pops that we have in the collection. Definitely some amazing ones. But we have a whole lot more Star Wars Pops, as you can see behind me, but we're not going to look at all of them today. But what we are going to do is take a look at some of the pops that I have in my collection that I think are going to go up in value pretty soon. But before we do that, I do want to hear what your guys' thoughts are on my top 5 most expensive Funko Pops, and also let me know what are some of the most expensive Star Wars Funko Pops that you have in your collection. I would love to hear all about it in the comments down below. Now, the future of Star Wars looks pretty bright, and during Star Wars Celebration 2023, we got a bunch of announcements of new Star Wars shows and movies. So with all those really cool projects on the horizon, there's going to be a lot of Funko Pops that are going to have their values impacted because of it. So I have a few Pops that I think would be good to maybe pick up soon before their value skyrockets. And of course, I might not be right on all of these, and it might take a while for them to go up in value, but I definitely think it's worth a chance. And one of them is pretty recent, and I think has a chance to go up. With Star Wars Jedi Survivor coming out, we do have a Funko Pop that was released for Jedi Fallen Order of Cal Kestis and BD1. Of course, we have Cal Kestis returning in the sequel game, which does look really amazing with a new look. I would love for them to maybe make an updated pop, but so far we do not have an announcement of that, but we do have Cal Kestis right here, and this is our only Cal Kestis pop that they have created. So with the game coming out, I think a lot of people are going to play it, and it looks like there's a lot of really good word about it right now. If it continues to blow up and maybe break some records, I think we could see a big tick up in value for this Cal Kestis. Currently, it's only valued at $21, surprisingly. And then one of those movies that was announced during Star Wars Celebration was the new Jedi Order film. Daisy Ridley is returning as Rey, and I definitely am excited about that because Rey was one of my favorite characters, and I have a few Rey Funko Pops in my collection, including this one right here of Rey with yellow lightsaber from The Rise of Skywalker. Although I did not love the movie, this was definitely a really cool moment with her getting her own lightsaber, and I think she'll definitely return with that lightsaber in the new film. And the fact that this is the only pop that you can get of Rey with the yellow lightsaber, by the time the movie comes out, this pop will be vaulted. But you can pick this one up pretty cheap right now, as the value is currently only standing at $10. Now, my most anticipated project from Star Wars coming up is the new Ahsoka show that's going to be hitting Disney Plus later this year. It looks absolutely amazing. The trailer they showed was crazy, and it looks like they are bringing back together the Star Wars Rebels crew. And so we already took a look at Chopper, which I think is another one that could definitely go up in value, but some other characters from the Rebels show that either have already shown up or are definitely going to show up are definitely going to go up in value. And we already saw an example with this figure right here, which is Zeb from Star Wars Rebels. He did show up in The Mandalorian Season 3, and I think maybe he might return in the Ahsoka show, and definitely in a future season of The Mandalorian, or maybe some other movie or show that comes along. But Zeb was definitely a really cool pop. I was able to pick this up a number of months ago out of a mystery box, and I think at the time he was only valued at $50, and now he's valued at $90. But there are some other members of the Ghost crew that you can pick up that are going to be going up in value. And one that's already gone up a little bit since we did see her in the trailer is Hera from Star Wars Rebels. This is the only Hera pop that they have created. Absolutely love it. Hera's a great character in the Rebels show, and it's awesome now she's coming over to live action. Going to be played by Mary Elizabeth Winstead, who I really love as an actress as well, from Scott Pilgrim and a bunch of other things. And she is going to be great in the show, so I think a lot of people are going to fall in love, want to go back and grab this pop. When I got it, the pop was worth about $20. Now the 2021 version is worth $34, and it looks like if you actually have the original box, it actually is worth a whole lot more. And another Rebels pop we have is Sabine, and this is just another really cool pop. Now this is the exclusive masked version. Now I actually have the special edition sticker on mine, because I actually got this one from a mystery box. I want to say at the end of 2021, I picked up this one, and I really enjoyed getting this because it was hard to find the Rebels Pops for a while. So I got lucky finding a couple in a mystery box. But this one with the special edition sticker is worth a little bit less than the Walgreens sticker. So if you do want to grab one and you want to save a little bit of money while still having that possibility going up in value, the special edition sticker is worth $49, but if you want to get the Walgreens sticker, it's going to be worth $80. Now, of course, we're getting to the Jedi herself, Ahsoka Tano, and there are a ton of Ahsoka Tano pops that were made. We can see a bunch of them right behind us, from the Mandalorian ones all the way to the Clone Wars ones that they have and the Star Wars Rebels ones. But I actually have a couple different Ahsoka ones that I want to highlight as ones that would be worth picking up. And one of them is this Ahsoka right here from Star Wars Rebels, one of the older ones. This was a Hot Topic exclusive, and this one was a really hard one to find for a while. Now, because of restocks from Hot Topic, this one is now worth about $50. But I definitely think it has a chance to go up, because I doubt they're going to restock this one yet again. but still, it's a really amazing figure, and I really just love the colors and the detail on this thing. And I mentioned that I had another Ahsoka Pop, and I actually do have one in this box right here. I ordered from Amazon. I pre-ordered it months ago. I want to say like January I pre-ordered this, but it is now finally come in just in time for May the 4th. And here it is. We do have it in a sorter, luckily, to keep it protected. I definitely appreciate that, Amazon. And here we have it right here. This is the Ahsoka with robe from the Power of the Galaxy set. Now, we did take a look at the rest of the Power of the Galaxy Funko Pops. We had Princess Leia, Jyn Erso, Rey, Sabine, and I want to say there was maybe one or two other ones in that set, but I can't recall. But now we have Ahsoka, which was definitely my favorite out of all of them. And this one was actually a pretty hard one to get, with actually selling out multiple times throughout its pre-order run on Amazon. But luckily, we were able to pre-order it the moment it went on sale. So I got this one for our collection because we have every single Ahsoka Tano Funko Pop that has ever been made, except for one, which is the Ahsoka Mechanic exclusive to GameStop. But I will get that one eventually. It's not very expensive. It's like 15 bucks, so I will pick it up. But I definitely want to get this one, and this thing already has proven to be super popular. And you can see why, just the amount of detail with the white robe she have, with the staff in her hand, kind of like that World Between Worlds type of look that she has from Star Wars Rebels. Absolutely love this thing here. And the value of this one is actually started off pretty well. Of course, with it being a new pop, it can fluctuate, but currently, according to PPG, this pop is worth $39 with the Amazon sticker, which is definitely pretty crazy. I know a lot of people are going to want these, especially with the hype around May the 4th. But guys, there's a look at some of the Funko Pops I have in my collection that I think might be good for some of you Star Wars fans to pick up, as they will be going up in value potentially sometime in the near future with these new projects coming out. I definitely think it is most relevant to some of those Ahsoka and Star Wars Rebels related pops. Definitely Ezra's going to be up there. It's already gone up a lot. But the biggest prize is the Grand Admiral Thrawn, which was a Star Wars Celebration exclusive. That thing is absolutely crazy. And since Thrawn showed up in the trailer, he has now skyrocketed to over $300 just with the shared sticker. But guys, I do also want to throw it over to you guys. What do you think about my predictions with some of these pops going up in value? Do you agree with me, or do you think some of these are going to go down or stay right where they are? And maybe what are some suggestions that you guys have? And what are some of your favorite Star Wars pops that you have in your collection? I would love to hear all your guys' thoughts on that in the comments down below. And of course, if you guys have not done so already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Also, leave a like in this video as well if you enjoyed it. And of course, you can always hit that bell to be notified whenever we have new videos drop. Also, stop by on Whatnot tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern. Join us for our big Funko Pop and Funko Soda live stream. It's going to be a lot of fun just talking about pops, showing off some pops, selling some pops. Definitely going to be an amazing time. So check out the link in the description down below. Go ahead and bookmark it so you don't miss it. But I hope you guys did enjoy this video, and thank you so much for watching today. And may the Force be with you.